from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Adam Baum, here in the Wide Table Studios. Across some distance, near, far, it could be bodies of water between us, I have no idea, is my co-host, Bionic Brian. What's going on, buddy?
Hello, man. I'm doing well. I'm a little disappointed, I gotta say. I really thought Wyndham was coming.
And on YouTube, some of our lieutenants are here. Juan, Rocky, Stike. Stike's been salivating since the stream came live, saying he can't wait to call Brian out. No Wyndham. Told you he's focused on shooting movies. I mean, I don't know if the told you or whatever, but Brian, the guy's shooting a movie not in the same place that Dynamite is. It should have been pretty obvious.
Well, tonight was Winter Is Coming. It's not Dynamite.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't Wyndham Is Coming.
No, maybe it'll be at what is it called? Holiday Bash or Winter Bash or.
So that's where I want to start real quickly.
God damn it.
We're gonna cover the bookends tonight, and then do our Marked Out Award and Petty Award, because they didn't do like they normally do with these named shows, Brian, and kind of overstack them with good matches that I've bitched about don't have the same level of build as they should. Yeah. Instead, it looks like since they got 3 shows lined up back to back to back, that they're going to spread them out is what it seems like, is what my takeaway was tonight, because there were some big names absent.
Yeah, but what do you mean spread them out? Like spread out like debuting people, or just spread out? You said
spread out their good storylines. Like,
gotcha.
Like, I mean, and I'm not shitting on this in any way, but like, you have a named event. This is your second Winter Is Coming event. You got Wardlow and Matt Sydal.
Yeah.
Not shitting on either guy. If this was a normal episode of Dynamite, I wouldn't even care. I think it was fine. But the fact that it was part of Winter Is Coming, I think, is because you have all these extra shows coming.
Should have been a little bit more meaningful, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if you've got to book 3 in a row,
they'd spread it out, and every match can't be like a fucking Grand Slam,
right? But, and I mean, some of the other women's matches are qualifiers. Part of the tournament for the TBS title. Right. But you've had, Sheeta and Deeb in an actual feud, kind of culminating tonight. So, I mean, you have to have something else to throw in there. Danielson, of course, and Paige has been done for a while. And you have the Battle Royal, build from last week for the Diamond Ring. So, I mean, like, you have to have some things that are going to wait and let sit instead of throwing them in. And again, no offense to Sydal and Wardlow, but you don't want to throw in a meaningful rivalry in the time span of TV that they gave those two tonight.
Sure.
It just wouldn't.
I mean, they had to get, what, three matches done within the hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that, but let's get into Dirt Sheet before we talk about Hangman and Bryan Danielson and MJF and Dante Martin. Before we do that, so let's get in. The first big one is not really a Dirt Sheet, so much as actual headline. KO has re-signed with WWE. There were a lot of speculation that
motherfucker,
he was going to be free and clear around Rumble time, and I know I said this, Brian, but I mostly said this in a devil's advocate kind of way. Mm-hmm. But I was, partially serious. I thought to an extent all that stuff that he was doing on Twitter could have been to drive his price up the same way Randy did.
Yeah. I mean, so wait, okay. So if you're saying that, do you think that because obviously there was some the Bucks were obviously playing into it as well. Do you think they were like, because they're like KO's friend? They're like, oh, okay, well, we'll tease it too to drive up his price.
No,
we like him. If he doesn't sign with us, who cares? At least the guy will get paid.
No, I
You don't think so?
I think that the Bucks thought that they were going to be able
They were going to sign him.
I thought the Bucks would be able to do that.
Yeah.
But and this is a weird thing. I think 6 months ago, this is the wrong move for KO. I think today, now, this is the smartest move he could ever make.
Wonder how many years it's for.
It doesn't matter because he is still a main eventer and he's still booked that way on WWE. You say for now. He has been since he came up from NXT.
No, he has not.
There was a lull, but I mean he's booked consistently on TV. If you want to be like the AEW people who are saying it's okay that Adam Cole is in trio matches and 8-man tag matches because he's still on TV every week for AEW, you can't then not go, well, KO's on here. And who's to say that now that he's signed, I mean, I'm just being a wet dream speculant here, but I think he could take the title at day one, and I'd love to see a face KO, even though he's kind of an anti-face, go against AJ at Mania. You could build between now and that storyline through the Rumble, through whatever, but end up there by Mania.
Does that mean that Omos is involved though? Because like AJ is still doing that stuff, right?
Yeah, but I mean that you could take Omos to Mania with AJ, and then when AJ doesn't beat KO and Omos doesn't help him, AJ gets pissed and fires him and moves on.
Yeah, as long as it's not like a tag match or something.
No. It would be a Diesel Shawn Michaels situation. It's not a tag match. I know they were tag champs, but no. And I mean the other thing too is Kevin Owens got a lot of money to take care of his family here.
Paper, he did.
He is 40. He's getting up there. AEW is 6 months ago doesn't have Andrade, doesn't have Malachi Black, doesn't have Adam Cole, doesn't have Bryan Danielson, doesn't have I can't even remember all of them now. There's just been too many, even like Ruby Soho, if you want to count. There's been too many new people coming in, and there's not enough TV time. I think KO gets lost in the shuffle. I don't think they know how to use him properly. And I feel like AEW, part of why they're not using some of these guys properly is they're trying to stay 100% away from WWE versus WWE guys. Like they wouldn't want to book the best friend angle between Kevin Owens and Jericho again.
Right. Yeah, no, they want to do their own thing. I mean, I get that. I just think, I don't know, with WWE, it just seems like they have so much less control over what goes on. And yeah, sure, the booking's good right now, but they're doing that because they want to fucking grease the guy. They want to sign him.
Yeah, but they have less control. How it's going to be like 6 months from now. They have less control, but here's the other thing is you say less control, but Kevin Owens is still a very established talent.
Sure.
Okay, no question about that. Kevin Owens in the wrestling world is 100% recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Jeff Hardy's gone. All these other people are gone. That pawn looks a little brighter now, and he's got a claim in it. He's got beef with Hunter. He could fight Hunter at Mania. Going all the way back to that storyline they never really kind of fizzled on back with the Authority days.
Actually, speaking of dirt sheets, I think I read something that he's like he's not gonna be able to wrestle like ever again, something like that.
Oh, Hunter?
Something with his heart, yeah.
Oh, because of the heart. I didn't know that.
No, I think you just jogged my memory. I think I saw it like a couple days ago, actually. I'm gonna Google it while you're talking.
And I mean, Rocky says he agrees with me. Stike says KO took care of his number one focus, and that is his family. I respect the hell out of him for that. Yeah, I know, Brian, you're not in that boat with the whole family, but I I make jokes all the time. The thing that I hate the most in life is a litter box, cleaning a litter box. Okay, I like cats. I don't want cats because I don't want to clean a litter box.
But don't you have a cat?
I have 2 of them.
Oh, all right.
My wife has to clean the litter box. Those are her cats.
Wait, you don't clean the litter box for her?
Fuck no. She showed up with the cats. She's gonna clean the litter box. But there's something that you don't know, that it's bad for pregnant women to be around the smell of cat litter. So I had to, while she was pregnant, clean the cat litter. First time in my life I had to clean cat litter. I fucking hated it. Okay, it is the worst thing that I've successfully done in my life, Brian.
Clean cat litter?
Yeah, but now, if somebody showed up at my doorstep today and offered me a 6-figure salary to clean cat litter, clean cat shit, scoop it out of cat litter, I'd fucking take it in a heartbeat to provide for my family.
Sure.
So,
okay, I see what you're saying.
So, yeah. So, KO, boom.
So, I mean, I like the analogy that you're comparing WWE to cat shit. It's kind of...
No, I'm comparing what I'm comparing. Yeah, I mean, you're right. If you want to draw that conclusion, I'm comparing who's going to pay me the most to provide for my family.
Right.
Boom. Simple.
No, you're no. I mean, you can't knock the guy. Like, I'm not like less of a fan of his because he's staying in WWE. That doesn't change anything. And I also agree with you too. Like, you're not wrong when you say he'll probably, if he were to go to AEW, he'd get lost in the shuffle. And that's not false either. So
and I think that it could have potential. I don't want to shit on a budding storyline, but Malachi Black is fighting the Varsity Blondes right now.
Yeah, but he teased a big name tonight.
Oh, well, that's our next one. Who the fuck did he tease?
So we saw a little package. Okay, it was very nicely shot. It was very brightly lit too. I was very surprised for a Malachi promo. But anyway, the meat and the potatoes of it was at the end. He spits mist into a willing participant's face as I guess they're just kneeling in front of him, but you can't see their face. You just see their back. The camera's from behind them. And he says, this is key at the end. He says, he is promising that he'll be more than just a king. And I quote. Now, Brody King, he's been rumored to be one of the guys that's supposed to be going into AEW. Big fucking jacked up tattooed guy. I knew you were going to fucking yawn because you have no idea. You have.
Okay, now, Brian, let me clarify.
Yeah,
I am not. I am not shitting on Brody King. Okay, I want to be clear on that.
You kind of are, though.
No. I'm not. I'm shitting on the fact that this is what. It's a different way of what Stike is saying. Stike's saying so. KO's fighting for the WWE title at day one. Adam Cole's playing dress up with the Bucks. Seems like Owen's got the better of the deal. That's what I'm yawning at. Is that, yeah, this is really cool for Brody King and Malachi Black, but we have a bazillion tag teams and factions and whatever over there. Malachi is a singles wrestler. I don't know Brody King. I'm not knocking the man.
Sure.
But Malachi Black does not need to be in a fucking tag team.
Well,
and if Brody King is a solo wrestler elsewhere, Brian, then he fucking doesn't need to be in a tag team either.
And he's been both. He was in a stable with Marty Scurll before Marty had all that funny business, and then recently he was with Chris Dickinson, Tony Deppen, and Homicide. Actually, Violence Unlimited, fucking badass name. Yeah, I mean, I know, I get what you're saying. AEW has way too many people, way too many stables.
I mean, people like Pac, Malachi Black, Andrade, Adam Cole, that Jungle Boy, they don't need to be with anyone but themselves. Fucking Christian, why is he hanging out with Jurassic Express? Like, Christian is a veteran of the utmost whatever. Everybody's pooping their pants about Hook having one fucking match.
Hook.
Like,
are you a hooker, Adam?
No, not after one match. Did you get all excited about Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin.
That one.
Well, I mean, when that happened, yeah, of course, Linsanity. How can you not?
Okay,
I mean, it was kind of like a flash in the pan, but
right, and so will Hook, and Hook will be the same way. Brian thinks way more people watch Ring of Honor than actually did. DP says.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. If more people watched it, then maybe they'd still be around. But
and I don't know.
Rest in peace, Ring of Honor.
And did Brody King and Malachi Black just win the PWG tag titles? Rocky's asking.
They did.
So they're already a team. So this isn't a big secret. This is actually
you know after he said that, I totally forgot that they were tagging together. And yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean that they tag here. They could still be a stable. They could bring in the fucking Butcher and Blade and then add Brody. And they could
the Butcher and Blade are one of the many forgotten tag teams that are part of the Hardy family thing.
I forgot they're still doing that shit, man. They got to get out of that. Well, when Jeff Hardy comes in,
dude, the Hardy family has Butcher and Blade, Private Party, Hybrid. I mean, like, where tag teams go to die. Rocky says their names are Kings of the Black Throne.
That's a badass name.
It's not a bad name, but it doesn't roll off the tongue either.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like when you see it on paper, it sounds awesome, but when you as you and a ring announcer, imagine if you go Malachi Black, Brody King, the Kings of the Black Throne.
Kings of the Black. Yeah, that's all
right.
A lot of cadence.
Let's get to Dynamite. You ready?
Say it again.
Let's get to Dynamite.
Yeah, well, Dynamite wasn't on tonight.
No, sorry. Winter is coming. You know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wyndham is coming.
We start off with Hangman and Brian Danielson. And about 5 minutes into the match, we get a text from Brian saying, "Oh, if they're starting with this, then something epic's going to happen tonight." And I don't want to shit on Dynamite, but to say epic, Brian, no.
No.
And part of this, whatever, but it is December 15th. I might still be wrong by the end of the year. That was Brian Danielson's best match of the year. Both companies, companies, everywhere. That was his best match. I would have
to agree.
And to me, I'm sorry, the drama of it all was a hell of a lot better than the Bryan Danielson Omega match.
Agreed. That one felt a little rushed. I mean, they were leaning on a lot more of the fact that they had a history outside of AEW, but yeah, this one, the story was there. I did not expect it to go 1 hour. I don't know about you, but
I didn't expect it to go 1 hour either. But like you said, the storyline there, Mox had to run through Inner Circle to get through Jericho.
Yeah.
But I like that Bryan Danielson said, "I'm going to go through Dark Order." Like it wasn't just like a trial thing like MJF tried to put Jericho through or whatever. Like he just fucking said, "I'm just going to do it just because. We're fighting at Winter Is Coming, but I'm going to fight all your boys between now and then."
Right.
And anybody who wants to argue, I'll come to Twitter, follow me, and I'll give you my personal cell phone number. But fucking anyone who wants to say that Kenny Omega or Roman fucking Reigns or hell, I don't care what name you come up with is wrestler of the year that besides Bryan Danielson, you're fucking wrong. You're just wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how you can dispute that.
You're just wrong.
I mean, maybe you could say maybe the sample size isn't there.
No, Brian, he's had about 50 matches this year.
50?
Yeah, I mean between WWE and AEW, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so I don't really recall what most of his WWE stuff was.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He right now is the 5-star with a broom guy.
5-star, excuse me, what does that mean? 5-star with a broom guy?
He could make a 5-star match with a broom.
Oh, with a broom. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
You never heard that?
No, I have. I just didn't understand. I didn't understand that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, and now I'm sure we can dissect the match if we want, blow by blow by blow. But I have a couple issues here, and they're a little bit of the petty nature, but I think that they're valid.
Okay.
In Bryan Danielson's short AEW career, this is his second draw. He can beat people like Silver and whoever, and do all of that, and anybody else he's beaten since he debuted. But you wouldn't let Hangman beat him. As time is expiring, Hangman's nailed the buckshot, can't get the cover in time.
Yeah.
Why can't that be the 3 count, Brian? This whole match, the whole hour.
You can't have him lose.
Why not? Why can't you have Bryan Danielson lose? Why can't you put Hangman over? Because to me, I think this is a callback that you could come back to years later. He could be fighting again one day with Kenny and go, Kenny, yeah. He goes, I'm the one who pinned Danielson. You couldn't get that done. You know, this could be a callback on so many levels to go back to. This is a moment in AEW's history right here. Bryan Danielson, and I mean, you know, I don't think many people really, like the smart ones, thought that Bryan Danielson was going to beat Omega. I think a lot of people thought he was going to win tonight.
Yeah, really? Is that who you picked?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, I didn't pick a draw.
Sure. No, neither did I. I didn't see that going. And nor did I see an hour-long draw. Maybe half hour, but well, I guess championship match would be an hour, I guess. But also, why was it first?
Well, I mean, I think that if it's too obvious if you start at 9 o'clock with an hour draw.
Well, but
so I mean, how do you book your way around this? I mean, and what would you have led with, the Dante Martin and MJF? You can't lead with
that. Should not have been the main event.
It not by comparison, but I mean, that's what I'm saying with what they had here. DP says it's called lazy booking, you know, and I think this one should have been an end. Stike's saying that they're going to have another rematch on the first Dynamite on TBS. The final point, Brian, I have to make here, and the board is blowing up here, and how anyone in the AEW world cannot agree with us, since the board's on my side here. You can't book fucking banger matches like this with commercials.
But you have to. I mean,
but no, you don't have to, Brian.
What?
You don't have to. You could do this as a anything else. You could do this as a YouTube exclusive match. You could do it at a pay-per-view. I mean, this. I know this is petty, but
that's very petty, sir.
But the board is on my side, and I think when you are telling a story in the match, but between the ropes, and you go to picture-in-picture, or you go to a commercial, you lose the feel, the flow of that match. Imagine if a different sport like basketball,
There's commercials all the time.
No, but I'm saying, like, imagine basketball. Okay, you're playing basketball. You just hit 8 consecutive shots. You're on fire. You're not fatigued, and the coach takes you out.
Okay.
And then you come back off the bench. You're not on fire. You haven't hit a shot in 10 minutes. You know, you got to get back in the rhythm of things. That's what it feels like as a fan with a commercial in the middle of the match. I'm locked in, and then the announcers go, "We'll be back after the break." And I'm like,
yeah.
And then when they come back, I have to listen to the announcers tell me, you know, whatever. Rocky's saying State Farm could have made... Tony should be marketing these matches, and they could do them like soccer matches. You ever seen soccer on TV? They just put a fucking logo in the bottom corner for who's sponsoring that 10 minutes.
Right.
There's like there are ways around it. I'm not positive, but I think you had 4 commercial breaks.
Probably.
And if you're, and Stike, thank you, Stike, for mentioning this. Since everybody always wants to go AEW versus WWE, AEW versus WWE. Stike's right. WWE's done plenty of matches where they were commercial free.
Name me one 1 hour long match that they've done commercial free.
Well, they didn't book an hour, but I mean, an hour TV. How many times was NXT first hour was commercial free? It happened a lot. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't 1 hour match, but they were like,
I wouldn't say a lot, but you're right. I'll give you that. It has happened. I do recall that.
And if you really want, everybody is watching this match. It's not like you don't have to run commercials. Run the commercials in picture. Fucking sponsor some movie like Matrix. Throw it in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
You could put the logo up in the top corner, like State Farm's logo, whatever. Halftime Heat was commercial free. Rocky saying.
But that's what? For the Super Bowl.
Well, no, but wasn't that on the network? Wasn't Halftime Heat on the network?
I don't know.
In any event,
wait, Halftime Heat. I don't know.
And here's the final point on all this commercial talk. AEW's ratings aren't great. So I doubt they're charging much for ad revenue. Tony could find a way around that. He could reach out to a sponsor and say, I want to make these 3 episodes commercial free for the first hour. What kind of money will you give me? And I'll fucking push your shit for weeks. I'll give you 2 months worth of spots for you to buy my commercials in 2 episodes. So I can go commercial free on my matches.
Or just have have State Farm Flow, like have her be like a special enforcer or some shit.
Oh,
and the WWE would do.
And Daniel Price has more precedent, Brian. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, not the American Dragon, versus Ric Flair, Clash of Champions on TBS. No commercials, went 1 hour.
Oh yeah, you could also smoke on airplanes back then too.
But no. I mean it was probably much harder to go commercial free back then when there weren't 1,000 networks.
I feel like it was easier.
I feel it was much harder.
Because now all the networks are trying to vie for the same fucking airtime.
And DP says Ted Turner was the one who paid for that.
Jake from State Farm. Wait, who's Flo?
Flo is State Farm too. Flo is for Progressive.
Oh, fuck.
Then
it's
Jake. Good try.
Damn, that was close.
Anyway, I mean, I hate being that way. By the way, Brian, being petty at the end there. I just wish add about 5 seconds to the match. Let Hangman pin him, and I think you've got probably the best.
But then you don't have a rematch.
No, but you have, in my opinion, the best match in AEW history. You still might, but with an ending like that, you would.
I hear you. I hear you. I didn't mind the finish. Although, once we got to 50 minutes, I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're going to draw.
Yeah. Anyway, everything I said positively. Bryan Danielson still the man. Adam Hangman Page. You earned another notch in my fandom of you with this match. So kudos to both of you gentlemen. The next one, MJF Dante Martin that I want to talk about, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Weird here. If you didn't let Jungle Boy beat MJF last year, I'm kind of glad they didn't let Dante Martin beat him here. What I don't understand is why they protected Dante Martin with the Ricky Starks interference.
Yeah.
And
you're asking. I thought it was just a rhetorical question.
Well, no, I mean, and what was that about? Would be my question.
Obviously, Ricky and Team Taz have beef with Dante because Dante had he had joined Team Taz for like a week or two, and then faked them out, and then what did he do last week? I think he cost Ricky Starks the match or something.
I thought he was with Leo Rush, then he was with Team Taz, and now
he was flirting with both of them, kind of. Like he said that he was gonna sign with Leo, and then he was gonna sign with Team Taz. He ended up going with Team Taz, and then a week later he cost them the match, and now he's kind of doing his own thing. So now Team Taz has a bone to pick with him.
Okay, but Team Taz, I haven't even seen on TV yet. Like, they're forgettable. I don't even know what Brian Cage is doing. I haven't seen Powerhouse Hobbs since the tournament loss to Orange Cassidy and the CM Punk beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Hook had a debut, but I didn't watch it because it was Friday night.
Yeah.
So
Action Bronson does his intro music. Are you a big fan?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either. I know he's like a rapper, but I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm disconnected.
I was hoping you would know.
No, Natalie Imbruglia is who I listen to.
Yeah, that's all I listen to too.
So, but again, like, if this was Jungle Boy or Luchasaurus, like a giant, like a big name star or a giant, I could understand the protecting of them.
Yeah.
Darby, Sting, let's not have MJF go over him clean. But to suggest that MJF couldn't go over Dante Martin clean feels weird to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're not wrong. I think they were just more trying to tie in. Yeah, like MJF wasn't really the story. I feel like it was more like Team Taz and Starks, and then you get Punk involved.
And this was his third, time winning this ring. I thought this was all about MJF. And like you said, It has no business as a main event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there wasn't really that much at stake. Like, okay, yeah, he won the ring, but that's not really. It's kind of like an afterthought.
It's only a thing for MJF, like literally.
Yeah, like no one else really gives a shit.
Also, there was no callback to the whole thing with Spears telling Wardlow, we got to go, like, I don't know. I thought there was going to be some shenanigans on their part.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he basically just decimated Seidel, and then
dude, that was and by the way, back when Rhodey was here, that's how I've always wanted Wardlow to be booked. Like, you should book your big men like that so that he's like just a force to be reckoned with. Don't have him lose to Cody in his debut. Fuck. Anyway,
yeah,
I don't want to talk about Cody. I want to talk about good stuff.
Yeah, Cody wasn't even on the show. Jeez.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. The Bucks have to be on the show, but everybody else not being on the show. We got Marked Out Award and the Petty Award to come coming up. Is there anything else you want to add in the MJF thing? Any other segments?
Say it again.
Any other segments or anything you want to talk about?
No. I just wanted to touch on, because something that Stike said. He said, "Damn, to be honest, I'd rather have Kyle O'Reilly debut at the end than have the lights go out and Darby and Sting appear." And he's not. I totally agree. I don't know about Kyle O'Reilly debuting, but just having the lights go out like that was like, and then for it to just be Sting. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Sting, but it was just Sting and Darby. Like, we know they're there. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
We know Sting debuted at last year's Winter Is Coming.
Right, and maybe it was because I just wanted Wyndham to show up, but man,
I wanted anything.
It didn't fall.
I thought I was like, oh, cool. We didn't have to see Darby and Sting. Oh, I'm wrong. Juan says AEW momentum is slowly crawling to a stop.
No.
Okay, Brian. I mean, the rinse and repeat, and dragging out feuds. A lot of the gripes we have with WWE.
I was just about to say, I was like, that sounds a lot like another company that we watch.
Oh yeah, dude.
Used to watch.
Yeah, that's exactly that's the point I'm making. The reason we don't watch Monday Night Raw is because of this shit.
Sure.
And I don't want to see AEW go down that path. I really think they need to clean up their roster through all these 3-year contracts that are getting ready to expire. And they just need to work on their booking a little bit to avoid this shit. I want to save it for my petty, but we'll get there. Let's go to marked outs and petty award. Brian, I want you to kick off marked out. And Anaconda Vice joining us says, well, match of the year. No question is it Daniel Bryan's and Adam Hangman Page's match of the year.
What are we doing? Match of the year? I mean, I'm sorry.
Not tonight, because that's obviously the match of the night. Just go.
What are we doing? Marked out award?
Yeah, we marked out award, pick the moment or spot or whatever that you marked out, and then the petty, of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, easy. I mentioned it before, but as you guys know, I'm a big Brody King fan. So to see him potentially show up, which sounds like that was him that Malachi spit that black mist into his face. So yeah, I'm gonna mark out at that. Fucking Brody King to AEW. Holy shit, that's awesome. He's got a lot of tattoos, and his band fucking is cool. God's Hate. Shout out God's Hate. What's yours?
It's weird because it's kind of similar segment there. Mine was to see the Varsity Blondes being used again. I thought, and I know some people had issues out there, but I thought when Pillman was doing his thing with MJF, what was that, like 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a little bit of a coming out party, and I expected them to do a little more. And Pillman's basically been non-existent on Dynamite until now again, to come back. So I kind of marked out, like, I'm glad to see they're back to doing something with him. I know they had debuts and stuff, and maybe that's why he got pushed to the back of the line. But Varsity Blondes is not a bad team. Pillman, I think, has a pretty high ceiling.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Rocky says marked out all of the F-bombs in the first hour.
I didn't hear that.
Stike says my marked out Sheeta versus Serena Deeb. That was a damn good match. I agree, Stike, but I didn't give it my marked out because I think Serena deserved to win this. I don't think she's gotten the good big match win. She's had a lot of really good big matches on Dynamite on TV, but not the win. And I thought this was a chance to get one.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So anyway, marked out for DP. Ryback getting jabbed hard. I don't know what he's
getting jabbed.
Did Ryback get jabbed?
Oh no, there was a Ryback mention. Who mentioned Ryback? Someone meant. Oh, I think MJF did.
Oh, he did.
Did he? Was it MJF? Someone said. Was it? Someone dropped a Ryback. That's right. Who the fuck said it? I don't know. Lord, help us out.
Was that what Sklenar was talking about to us? Still has a festering resentment toward Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't know.
Anaconda Vice, his marked out says Brian eating Adam's head looks weird. Yeah. I had Brian set up so it would look like he was on the couch next to me, but Rob is our executive producer, and he's in love with Giant Brian. So,
yeah, I mean, my head is already big enough as it is in real life. I don't know why he had to fucking make it extra.
Now I got to go like off center so it doesn't look. Go sit over here with Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
Now we just got negative space all over here.
Right. Yeah.
They do the same this way. It just got negative.
This way.
Come on.
Stage left or stage right?
Right.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Now I'm just being petty at marked out.
Yeah.
We got the boards. We got yours. Let's go to petty, and I want to kick it off, Brian, because I got a good one tonight.
Please.
Were you paying attention tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I pay attention every single night.
So the Bucks and Adam Cole and Bobby Fish are demanding an 8-man tag match for Rampage.
Bless you, Brian. Yes, thank you. Demanding.
Yeah,
they want it. What's wrong with that?
I'll get there. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Oh,
well, I know you don't. Okay.
Let's go to commercial. We're going to come back. Eddie Kingston. He wants a 10-man tag on Rampage. He's going to team with the Lucha Brothers and Proud and Powerful to take on, I think, 2.0 Garcia, and I don't know who the other two people are. Who the fuck cares? There's 18 people in 2 matches in 1 hour on Rampage.
Right. No, that is not petty. That is not petty. I will give you that.
I mean,
I will give you that.
In 1 fucking hour, they're doing an 8-man and a 10-man tag.
Maybe they're listening and they're like they're just trying to do this to fuck with you. Like, oh, okay, you don't like big tag matches? How about this? Watch this, sir.
I mean,
Jesus, that's a good one.
You want me to watch? I mean, you want me to I fucking hate that shit with WWE. I've said it since day fucking 1 of this podcast. So I'm pissed off, and there's some good wrestlers in these 8 and 10-man matches that just shouldn't be relegated to this.
Yeah. And
I don't even know who the fuck is Chaos. What makes up Chaos now? Is that what they're calling 2.0 and Garcia? Or
no, Chaos is Best Friends and Rocky Romero and Sue. Technically, Sue is a member as well.
Jesus.
Chaos is a faction in New Japan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this one's a little weird.
We have the Bucks, the Elite, the Super Elite. Now we have Best Friends. We add Wheeler Utah and Chris Statlander. Are they still best friends? But now we add friends, Mom and Romero. They become something else. Like,
not so much Sue, but Romero. He's the key because he's the one that's also within Chaos as well. So, and he also has a tie to Trent from Roppongi Vice. Their time tagging and Chuck E. T. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Their time tagging at Chuck E. Cheese. Is that what you just said?
No, Chuck E. T. Trent and Chuck E. T. Not Chuck E. Cheese.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on here. Petty Town for Anaconda Vice. Still match of the year candidate, but 2 draws for the same wrestler just feels kind of a bad booking decision, in my opinion. Anaconda Vice and I were talking about this in our DM group on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, if it were the 2 Bryan Danielson are what bugs me. If you want to say AEW in 3 years has 6 draws, fuck you. That's 1 every 6 months. Who gives a shit? But Bryan Danielson hasn't even been there 6 months, and he has 2 of the 6 draws in AEW. And
so what?
I mean, like I said, add fucking 5 seconds to the match. Have Hangman go over. Also, Tony Khan, we don't have rematches in AEW. Bryan Danielson has the rematches in AEW. He had 2. FTR fought Lucha Brothers for 2 different belts. Christian fought Omega for 2 different belts, 2 different matches. How are those not rematches?
Yeah.
High-profile matches, too. It wasn't like they had one on Raw and then they had one on SmackDown, and neither ended right. It's not like that,
No, they're all like big time.
Yeah. Next Petty Town from the board. Stike says, my petty award is the draw. I am sorry. You could have given Hangman a big win, yet you're more worried about protecting Danielson when he could have taken a loss. Bryan Danielson, win or lose, every one of his fucking matches is Wrestler of the Year. He could have easily taken an L to the champion of AEW, Brian. This isn't like he's taken an L to Silver, or he's even taken an L to Cody or Malachi. Taking an L to the champ is okay.
I don't know. I just think, again, I think they went to a draw so that they can have a rematch. I know you said doesn't happen in AEW, but
well, I didn't say it doesn't happen. I said it did happen. Tony Khan says it doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Deeb and Sheeta was a rematch as well.
Well, there you go. See,
so
rematches all around.
And DP wants to add that Okada is the leader of Chaos, Adam.
Yeah, it's not like they have just like fucking schlubs in there. Like, that's like a big time.
I didn't say they were schlubs. I'm just.
Oh no, I know. I mean, I don't even really watch New Japan all that much, but they are a pretty big faction over there.
Yeah, I mean, if you, me, and Rob are the Marked Out Wrestling podcast faction.
Yeah.
Okay, adding Vice to our group doesn't give us a different name. Oh, but when Vice is with us, we're called, Three Guys and a Jew. We're still Marked Out Wrestling podcast plus Vice, or he becomes part of us. We don't have another name when a fourth guy joins us, or another name when a third guy joins us.
But not according to the Young Bucks and
Adam
Cole and Kenny Omega.
Oh, if I had my roadie sound effect, it would be going for Rocky here.
Why? What'd he say?
His petty is that Sue got a bigger pop than Sheeta. He's right.
Who said that? Rocky said that?
Yeah. Hikaru Shida. That's why I think also why Serena Deeb should have won. I think that was it's not petty. That was just wrong. You fucked that up. Deeb should have won.
But she remind me, this wasn't for anything, right?
No. I mean, it was they
for the rankings.
Yeah. Well, no, didn't Sheeta beat Deeb, I thought, in the TBS tournament.
For her 50th, right? Or no? Wasn't that? Didn't she beat her for her 50th win?
Yes.
And
then Sheeta got screwed in the next round by Deeb.
Right.
So setting this up. Daniel Price, I mean, you'd think Pride leading to a fall would be an easy booking call. Because they even said it on commentary that Brian's pride could be what cost him. I mean, you could spin it however you fucking want, Daniel Price. I'm not against that. I think that's good logic. But Bryan Danielson should have lost clean tonight.
I think he will. They'll have a rematch. Then
you fucking protected Dante Martin with Ricky Starks out of nowhere. You can't just go, oh, we're going to protect Bryan Danielson with another count out or another draw. Come on.
Everyone's on a level playing field, man.
And Rocky says it was a grudge match with Sheba and Deeb.
Sheed and Diva. Sheba.
It is a grudge match, but again, you have to look at this as a whole. I think the whole and AEW fans would have loved the match just the same, maybe more, because they would have said, "Hey, Bryan Danielson, multi-time WWE champ, got pinned clean by our guy, Hangman Adam Page." That could be the story that would have come out tonight.
Right.
That's the story that should have come out tonight.
Well,
Daniel Price is reminding us that Reigns double-stacked Edge and Bryan at one time. So you're saying Hangman can't beat Bryan by himself, but Roman Reigns could beat him and Edge. That's WWE.
Roman's got that Samoan blood in him, so I mean that's a whole different. Yeah, that's a whole different ball game right there.
Yeah, and Hangman's got that injection into his blood that makes you kind of impervious to pain.
Injection.
Yeah, liquor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I can kick people your size's ass when I'm all liquored up, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to put your maybe Royal Rumble? We'll have a street fight. No, I don't think so. But we'll do the tattoo challenge. I don't know if we agreed to it officially, but
I agreed to it.
I'm fucking in.
So let's shut this shit down.
Yeah.
With some plugs real quick, since Brian segued us there. As you know, as we approach the Royal Rumble, we don't watch or cover WWE, but it's a tradition, so we're going to do it. Couple reasons. I believe that me, Brian, and Rob all fucking love the Royal Rumble regardless. We're going to watch that shit. But we're going to do the tattoo challenge, which basically says if our number's drawn, we got to get a tattoo of that wrestler approved by the Marked Out crew. Logo, their face, their likeness, their profile, something. The stakes have never been higher because this is our last tattoo challenge.
Yeah.
We might bring it back, but
maybe
we aren't covering WWE. As of January 24th, our Monday show will be going home.
Yeah.
It will fall the way of Takedown, SmackDown,
Indie Make Indie Face.
What was the other one?
Well, no, technically
the
never
dance
happened.
party.
No, it never happened. I'm still workshopping the title anyway. So after 6 years, it's still an R&D, as they say.
No. Stike, I think AJ could win the Rumble. I'd like AJ to win the Rumble. Maybe even KO if he doesn't win at day one.
KO.
I don't know. I think you have options there. Adam must tattoo my name to his arm, Juan says. And Daniel Price says I have to get a tattoo of the Gerber baby. Hey, if you guys both enter the tattoo challenge, then you can have a say in
yeah, right.
Wins. But if you don't enter, you're like those people that complain that Trump or Biden won.
Right.
Pick an election. You got to vote. Who won Wednesday, Rocky says? Dynamite did. Because it wasn't there.
Definitely did.
But yeah, at least as Marked Out's concerned, NXT took their ball and went to a different night. And Mondays sucks. SmackDown's okay, but I'd rather read about it than waste 2 hours on a Friday. Same with that other show, Rampage, especially when they got 8 and 10-man tag matches, plus plus a little guy named Hook's debut.
Hook.
He looks more like Smee than Hook. Just that's my
Smee.
opinion. You know who Smee is?
Yeah, from Hook.
Juan also wants to remind us that the Marked Out Hall of Fame is racist. He says,
No, we're not. How are we racist?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. We will have one more inductee for that. But our Monday with the Marks show, formerly known as Rawsome, is going to come to a close January 24th. Brian and I will still be here on Wednesdays talking about Dynamite.
Yeah.
So, have no fear there. And we'll still do some other stuff.
All 8 hours, still get AEH every now and whenever it pops up.
Yeah, so this is not the end for Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. No. This is the end of Mondays. I think plain and simple, when we took a break, Rob was okay with it. And just didn't want to come back. Brian and I still like it. Right? And I think there's more to talk about on Wednesdays.
For sure.
You can go back our Monday.
It was tough, man.
Our Monday shows were too much of the same.
Right.
Oh God, they're doing this still.
Right.
For 6 fucking months, we're talking about the Miz and Shane. Like, fuck. Yeah. Some of that shit just goes on way too long.
Yeah.
Put Hook with a faction that likes to steal. Call them Hook by Crook. They have one of the Los Guerreros back there. They can lie, cheat, and steal, and be Hook and Crook that way.
That's funny. Hook and Crook. The Hook and Crook connection.
Yeah. No more Angry Rob. Yeah, no more Angry Elf.
Well, I mean, he'll probably pop in sometime, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll still cover. I mean, he'll still cover when we're watching Dynamite, or watching a pay-per-view or something like that.
Right. And Rob is welcome over at the studio anytime.
Yeah. And I mean, he's going to be on our Royal Rumble show. But it's fitting. 6 years ago we started with the Royal Rumble, and we're going to end our WWE coverage 6 years later with the Royal Rumble.
It makes sense, man.
Yeah. He wanted to end it. He wanted to end it at the end of the year. He's like, let's just end it and go out at the end of 21. I'm like, dude, we started with Rumble, which is right after that. Let's just wait a few weeks. So, anybody who wants in on the Rumble Challenge, make sure you message us. Brian and I will be back next Wednesday. For now, we got 6 episodes left on Mondays. Come check it out. I got trivia this week, so it should be fun. Brian surprised us with decent trivia last week.
Did I?
Or 2 nights ago.
That's good.
And then we'll go from there. But everybody take care. You take care, Daniel Price. We'll see you next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is brought to you by Hook and Crook Connection.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by You Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit